Every guitar was once just piece of wood. Some of them can ended up as a cabinet or a cutting board, but this one has luck and came to me. This is custom order, so it means one-of-a-kind build made for specific person. Every step matters, and there is no magic. Just wood, hands, and a... When I start a project, it all begins with the wood. I always say that no two pieces of wood are the same. Each one is unique. It has its own story, its own characteristics. Like this limba here, lightweight, with a rich sound, or wenge, dark, heavy, like stone. It delivers such a full, dense tone. Every piece of wood requires its own approach. You need to study it, feel its character, because if you don't listen to it from the start, it'll be too late to fix things later. Once I've chosen the wood, it's time to give it shape. It all starts with the saw. There's no rush here. I cut the wood into blanks with precision. Accurate measurements are key. Every move has to be exact because everything else depends on these first steps. The wood remains intact, without cracks, and every cut is clean. And now, after the cutting, I can already see how this material is going to transform into something beautiful. Now comes the crucial stage, gluing. This is when each piece comes together to form the foundation of the future guitar. Glue isn't just a bonding agent here. It helps create a solid unity that will work as one. Every blank has to fit perfectly with no gaps or air bubbles. I carefully position it, then place it in the press. This is the time to let everything bond and set. But the key to this process is attention to detail. Nothing can be left to chance. Every part must be perfectly aligned. The CNC is the moment when everything becomes precise. When I input the program, I can trust the result. Every line, every angle, it's all by the plan. The neck and fretboard are like a sculpture. There's no room for unnecessary details. The exact measurements, the depth of the grooves, the neck angle, it's all calculated. But the cutting process itself is mesmerizing. You watch as the bits carve into the wood, and you realize the idea is becoming reality. Once the neck is cut, it's time to glue the fretboard. This is a very important moment. The fretboard needs to fit perfectly, so all the lines align. I use pale moon ebony, an amazing wood. It's not only incredibly strong, but it also has a marble-like look, so light. Working with it is a pleasure. I carefully glue it, ensuring the fretboard sits evenly, and then its profile merges seamlessly with the neck. The body is the heart of the guitar, and it all starts here. First, I cut the body contour on the CNC, then move on to creating the channels for the wiring. There's no rush. Everything has to be precisely placed. The cavities for the electronics need to be in exactly the right spot. After that, it's time for the top. I glue it on with care. Its texture will be visible, its shape an important part of the final appearance. When everything fits perfectly, the body begins to look like a real guitar. Now I move on to finalizing the neck. The radius is one of the most important elements. It has to be comfortable for playing. I carefully shape the radius and set the profile so that it fits perfectly in the hand. Every millimeter counts. It's like tuning a violin, but for a guitar. Once this is done, the neck feels more alive. When you hold it, you immediately know it's comfortable, it fits. Once the body is done, I attach the neck. This is also a moment of total precision. I check everything several times to make sure all the lines align perfectly. I mark the joint, then begin shaping the neck profile to blend seamlessly with the body. This is a crucial moment. The neck has to be not only comfortable, but also harmonious with the rest of the guitar. Now that everything is assembled, I just take a moment to look at it. I check that every part fits, that everything is aligned. It all has to be perfect. This is like a fitting. You want to be sure everything is in place. I make sure the neck aligns with the body, that the fretboard and top match the overall look. If everything fits, I move on to preparing for the painting stage. That's the next step. Tinting is the moment when the wood comes alive. I don't just paint it, I highlight its texture and character. The goal is to make sure every swirl and every line in the top is visible. After the tinting, I remove any defects so the wood looks flawless. Then, I apply the matte finish. It protects the surface, creates a soft texture, and retains the natural grain. No gloss, just the living texture of the wood. Next, I add the mechanics. Install the electronics and wiring. Everything has to work perfectly. Now it's time for assembly. I install the Fishman humbuckers, modern, clean, precise. They'll deliver the sound needed for any style. And finally, I string it up. Once the strings are on, you hear the first sounds. But these aren't just sounds, they're the result of work. They're the idea coming to life. And here it is, the finished guitar. Every part in its place, every detail worked to perfection. Sometimes it's hard to let it go. You've put so much time, effort, and heart into it, but I know it will find its owner. It will be played, it will sound, it will make someone happy. I'm already thinking about the next one. Every guitar is like a new story, and I'm ready to write it.